Hello guys, what's up? How today is going? Today we're gonna talking about new topic that use least common denominator. What means of least common denominator LCD? Now we explain, but at first before we explain, I'm gonna remind them we have quick review and we'll remind them LCM. This is a quick look at the quick review. Look at here. Look. It tells us what? Write the least common multiply for each pair. LCM. So this is LCM. Look at there. LCM. It tells us, for example, the first question. We solve it. LCM of 8 and 4. What is LCM? It tells us find the LCM for 8 and 4. What do we need to do at first? At first we need to write the multiples of 8. For example, how multiples look at here. Multiples of 8. 1 times 8 equal to 8. This multiples of 8. 2 times 8, 16. 3 times 8, 24. 4 times 8, 32. Okay, that's enough now for multiples of 4. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 4, 8. 3 times 4, 12. And 4 times 4, 16. And 4 times 5, the last one is 20. Now, we'll look at the multiples of 8 and 4. For example, 8. Which number is repeated? For example, 8. 8 in the multiples of 8. In there, look. In there. We have 8. Look at the multiples of her. If we have the repeated again, yeah, of course. So the repeated number in the multiply of two numbers, this is LCM. So means 8 is what? Is LCM. 8 is LCM. And there's the questions solved like this. Now today we're talking about use least common denominator for adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominator. At first, look at this example. Shaho is planting his garden. He planted Leah in 2/3 of the gardens and Rose and in 1/4 of the gardens. How much of the gardens did Shaho use? So we have 2/3. We need to plus because it wanna collect all together. And how much is it used? We have two ways. The first way, last lesson we explained it again quickly. I explain this example 1. Look, add 2/3 plus 1/4. Okay, at first we estimate 2/3 is near to what? It's a little more than 1/2. 2/3, yeah, and 1/4 is half between 0 and 1/2 because this is smaller than 1/2. So the sum of this close to 1 because when we plus it, then when we estimate it close to 1. Now the first way we use fraction bar or model for add and plus. And this is last lesson we explain it because quickly I explain. Now we have one whole number. This one whole number. This one is a whole number, and this 1/3 equal to 2/3, and we have 1/2. So in there we need to find equivalent fraction. Look at this note. We need to find equivalent fractions. Okay, how? For what? For these two fractions. For example, 2/3 equivalent to 4/8 and equivalent to 8/12, and 1/4 equivalent to 2/8 equivalent to 3/12. Okay, so which one is the same denominator? For example, the first fraction and the second, it has denominator 12. 8/12 with, so this is 12 denominator and 3/12. So in there only instead of 2/3 we use 8/12, and instead of 1/4 we used 3/8. So look, 8 12 is instead of 2/3, and because this equivalent to 8/12, and instead of 1/4 we use what? 3/12. Now we have both denominator the same, 12, so we plus it. 8 plus 3 equals to 11. 11 over 12. So instead of 8/12 is put down 2/3, and instead of 3/12 is put down 1/4. Look at there. And now equal to how many? 8 plus 3 equal to 11, 12. So because of the numerator is smaller than this numerator, 11 is smaller than denominator, this is the simplest form we have in any whole number. In other words, the second one now today we studying another way we use multiples. Okay, LCM. We use LCM. Find the least common At first, what we need to do, for example, we have these two fractions, 2/3 and 1/4. We need to find LCM for what? LCM of denominators, both denominators. This is a denominator 3 and 4. So find LCM for 3 and 4. At this time, what do you know? At first, you need to write multiples of 3. Look. Multiples of 3 and multiples of 4. Multiples of 3 means 3 times 1 equal to 3. This is multiple from 1 every time we start, equal to 3. 3 times 2 equal to 6. 3 times 3 equal to 9. And 3 times 4 equal to 12. 3 times 5 equal to 15. And 3 times 6 equal to 18. And multiples for 4 at the same. 4 times 1 equal to 4. 4 times 2 equal to 8. 4 times 3 equal to 12. 4 times 4 equal to 16. And 4 times 5 equal to how many? 20. Now look, which number is smaller and repeated? We have a look at the multiples of 3. We have 3, but in the multiples of 4 we have 3. No, leave it. In the multiples of 3 is the second one is 6. In the multiples of 4 we have 6. No, leave it. 9. In the multiples of 3 the third number is 9. In the multiples of 4 we have it. No, leave it. And in the multiples of 3 we have 12. Look at the multiples of 4. We have 12. Yes, of course. This is a blue one. So means this is LCM. That number is repeated in both multiples. This call it LCM. So this LCM. And there LCM is LCD equal to LCD directly. Because of this LCM, directly you tell me least common denominator. Means smallest denominator that we can use it. Okay, directly we get simplest form. Okay, now what do we need to do second? This is the first step. We found LCM. So we know LCM equal to LCD. Look. LCM equal to LCD. Okay, so equal to how many? 12. For this two fraction equal to what? 12. So means in there we have 12. In there how we have 12. Okay, so directly put down denominator 12 as the answer. Okay, we put it down, so we have 2/3. 2/3. Now at first you need to multiply the denominator by a number that directly you get 12. So 3 multiply 3 is a denominator. Yeah, okay. Multiply which number equal to 12? Multiply by 4. So when 3 times 4 equals to, at the same time we need to multiply the numerator by 4. Okay, if you do anything for denominator, you need to do the same thing for numerator. So 2 times 4 equal to 8. This is the first fraction. The second one is 1/4. Put down 12 directly. Now 1/4, look, this 1/4. 4 times which number equal to 12? 3. 4 times 3 equal to 12. At the same time, multiply numerator by 3. 1 times 3 equal to 3. So 3/12. Now we plus it only. Look. 8 12 plus 3 12 is equal to how many? We have this, the denominator is 12, so only we plus the numerator. 11. 3 plus 8 equal to 11 12. That's the answer. So in there is what? 11 12. So in there I told them 2/3. Look, we change it. 2/3 equal to what? Equal to 8/12. So instead of 8/12, put down 2/3. And we have 1/4. Instead, 1/4 is equal to we use what? 3/12. So instead of 3/12, use 1/4 equal to how many? 11/12. And there I wrote it for them. And there is equal to how many? 11/12. Do you understand? And this is the first example. We saw Shaho is used 11/12 of the garden. Example 2. Subtract the same. In subtraction is the same like adding. We use LCM and only we subtract. Okay, subtract. Subtracting fractions with unlike denominator. At first we estimate 3/4 is a half between 1/2 and 1. Yeah, that's because the greater than 1/2. And 1/6 is a little more than 0. So when we estimate it, the difference equal to how many? We minus it, equal to 1/2. Now the first step again. For this one, like adding fractions with unlike denominator, at first we need to find LCM. The first step, we need to find LCM for what? For denominator 4 and 6. So find LCM of which this denominator, this two denominator, for 4 and 6. For 4 and 6. At first we need to write what? Multiples of 4 equal to 4. What? 4 times 1 equal to 4. 4 times 2, 8. 4 times 3, 12. 4 times 4, 16. And 4 times 5, 20. 4, 6 is the same. Multiples of 6. So 1 times 6, 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 times 6, 18. 4 times 6, 24. And that's enough. Now Right, compare the look at the multiples of 4. The first number is 4. And multiples of 6 we have 4? No, leave it. 8. We have 8. In multiples of 6 we have 8? No, leave it. 12. Look, 12. And then in multiples of 4 we have 12. Look. In the multiples of 6 we have 12? Yes. Means directly this LCM. LCM is repeated number in both multiples. LCM equal to how many? 12. So LCM is 12. LCM equal to what? LCD directly. This is LCD. Now that's all very good. Now we found there's LCM of 4 and 6 is 12. Yeah, that's correct. We did it now. And then LCD, look. At that time, what do we need to do? Put down denominator 12. Don't write numerator, okay? Now put down 3/4 in there. Look at the denominator is 4. Multiply which number equal to 12? 3. So, multiply 3. 3 times 4 equal to how many? 12. So at the same time we need to multiply numerator by 3. It's 3. We have it. And multiply by the 3 that comes from, we multiply by denominator. 3 times 3 equal to, now we write numerator. Now 1 6, so put down 12 directly, only denominator 12 in there. Now 1 6 times which number equal to 12? 6 times 2. Because of we multiply 6 by 2 denominator, at the same time we multiply numerator by 2. 1 times 2 equal to 2 twelfths. Now we subtract it. Okay, second step, we subtract it. 3 instead of 3/4. Look, we have 3/4 in there. Instead of 3/4, put down 1, 9/12. Instead of 1 6, put down 2/12. Okay, now we have the same denominator. Put down this denominator 12. Don't touch it. And only we minus it or subtract it over the fraction. 9 minus 2 equal to how many? 7. So 3/4 minus 1 6 is equal to how many? Equal to 7/12. So because of over the fraction is smaller than, or the numerator smaller than denominator, means this is simplest form. We don't touch it because this is simplest form. More example. We have more example. Find 3/4 and 5/8. So either again we need to find LCM. After that we need to find LCD. So again we need to find what? LCM. LCM of denominator 4 and 8. At first we need to write multiples of 4 and multiples directly I write is 1 times 4 equal to 4, 2 times 4 8, 3 times 4 12, 16, 20. And multiples of what? 8 as 1 times 8 8, 2 times 8 16, 3 times 8 24, and 4 times 8 32. Now LCM, look at there. We have 4 in the multiples of 4. In the multiples of 8 we have 4? No. Leave it. The second one's 8. And we have 8 in multiples of 4. In multiples of 8 we have 8? Yes, of course. So means LCM equal to what? LCM equal to 8. The same time, LCM equal to LCD, least common denominator, smallest denominator, equal to what? LCD. So we found it now. Like the other questions, like the others, at first what we need to do, we need to put down 8 denominator in there. So look, we have 3/4. Look at the denominator. We have denominator multiply with number equal to 8, so we have 4 multiply with number 2. 4 multiply 2 equal to 8. At the same time, we need to multiply over the fraction. 3 times 2 directly equals how many? 6. 6/8. Now 5/8. So this 8, okay, multiply with number equal to it. Again, we multiply by what? Look, multiply by what? By 1. So this 8, our LCM is 8 because of directly we multiply by 1. When we multiply denominator by 1, we multiply numerator by 1, 2. So 5 times 1 is 5. 8 times 1 is 8. Now we plus it. After that, you can horizontally plus it every time. 6 over 8 plus 5 over 8, or 5/8. Now we have the same denominator, 8, so only we plug over the fraction. 6 plus 5 equal to how many? 11. 11/8, or 11 over 8. Look, numerator is 11. 11 is more than 8, yeah? Numerator is greater than denominator. Yes? So at that time, we know when numerator is greater than denominator. At that time, we know we have what? We have a whole number. For whole number, we use what? Long division. 11 divided by, directly because you want a simplest form, 8. And 11, how many 8? We have 1. So 1 times 8 is 8. We minus it. 8 minus 11 minus is equal to how many? 3. So we divide. Now how we write? Oh, look at this number. Make it like a mixed number. We write it. Our answer, our equation is 1. So this is a whole number. Equation is a whole number. This is 1. And remainder is 3. Remainder 3 means 3 is over the fraction, and there 3 is over the fraction. And don't touch denominator. The 8 every time is 8. So for not every time, for this example, don't touch it. Denominator is 8 in there, yeah? Directly put down. Not only a whole number and over the fraction is changed. Every time remainder is over the fraction or numerator, and 1 is whole number. The whole number is equation. And the last example, find subtraction. Tell only find 1 minus 2/5. At the time, what do we need? When we have 1, only 1, only numbers 2, 3 without denominator means that denominator is 1. When we haven't denominator, we have a whole number, means the denominator of whole number is how many? How much? 1. The denominator of whole number is 1. So directly, because we need to subtract it, if we don't have any denominator, we can't do anything. Directly put down 1 in there. under, because this whole number directly put down 1. Now this is a fraction, 1 over 1 or 1 once minus 1/1 minus 2/5. Now we need to change these two fractions into this unlike denominator. We need to change this to like denominator. So because this one, look at the other denominator is 5, because this one directly multiplied by the other denominator by 5. So we have this one we multiply by 5. When we multiply denominator by 5, at the same time we need to multiply numerator by 5 too. 1 times 5 equal to 5. 1 times 5/5 equal to 5/5. Now we have 2/5. 2/5 we multiply by what? Because we have the same denominator. Look. Look, this multiples by 5 because our denominator is also multiplied by 1. When multiply this denominator by 1, at the same time we multiply the fraction by 1. Now equal to 1 times 2, again 2, 5 times 1, again 5. Now we place it, our denominator is the same, 5, only we subtract it over the fraction. 5/5 minus 2 fifth equal to how many? Put down the denominator directly. 5 minus 2 equal to 3. 3. So this is these examples. This is the last one. Now we have check this example. Only this like the first example from 2 till 6. Example, find LCD, then add or subtract it. At first we need to find LCMs because of LCM equal to LCD, then add or subtract. That's easy. Like example 1, and from 7 to 16 I did it for them, like example 2A. And now I gave them homework number 17, 19, sorry I forgot 14, 34, 27. This is your homework. I hope that all the students understand and solve these homeworks. This is your homework. Look, this one, number 14, and the others 17, 19, 25, 27, 34, 41, 43 is your homework. I hope all of them understand from these lessons. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.